Hey everybody, Hostron here with another first edition Friday video for you. So I have an idea for a simple video to do today, and that is that we're going to spin the wheel and we're going to have the CC website give me a random card, and then I'm going to basically just talk about that card and maybe like suggest a deck idea for that card, okay? So we'll go ahead here, and this is happening in real time. And so you know that it's definitely the card. I'm not setting anything up here. This is just simply the card that we're going to get. And that card is a Bajoran Raider. Interesting. So, holds 2 personnel, has no transporters. Once each turn, each copy can report with 2 personnel, take off or land. X equals 4 in a region, so it would have 8 range if it's within a region. Generally speaking, it is a card that you'll just kind of use inside the Bajoran region. It only holds 2 personnel though, so it's a really good like reporting engine, but it has no transporters and is therefore really not like of much help to you, other than just kind of as like a reporting mechanism. Looks like it was played by Patty on World's Day 1 in his Bajoran deck, which is kind of what I thought in the back of my mind is the last time I remember it being played. He uses HQ shipyards. Seeds are placed on your headquarters. If there is no nor here once each turn, when you play a ship here as your normal card play, you can draw a card. So what that's good for then is that you're playing a Bajoran Raider, you're getting 2 personnel for free, you get a card draw out of that, and then if you still have any other free plays that are available to you, you can certainly do that. So certainly Chamber of Ministers still gives you a free play, and Bajoran Resistance Cell is giving you a free play. So if he can draw enough cards, 3, 4 free play personnel in a turn is definitely enough people in order to maintain a good offensive pace. Of course, attempting Bajor is really kind of all you really maybe expect to do early, because if you're playing those Raiders, you're not playing a ship that can hold more people than that. What it is good for is that if your opponent did not dead end Bajor, you can have that Bajoran Raider, oddly enough, even though it has no transporters, it can still have transporter skill on board it, be staffed by that person, and if you have anthropology in the away team, you can still beat Jal Yichu. It does land, so it can kind of protect 2 people from someone who might try to battle you in space or what have you. It can hold, as a landed ship, it can hold like 2 critical mission skill people in it. I mean, of course, if you have Chamber of Ministers there, that's the better place to just kind of have your people congregate for safety. But I think its best use is, of course, just as a reporting mechanism. Patty puts 11 Bajoran Raiders in his 66 card deck. That math seems pretty obvious, that 1 out of every 11 cards, sorry, 1 out of every 6 cards is pretty much like the right ratio if you want to make sure that you are drawing 1 like every turn for a few turns, or 3 out of 4, 3 out of 5 turns for sure. Without having space-time portal to bounce 1 in a pinch, I'm not sure just exactly how consistent we are here, but it looks like there's good card draws here, because defend homeworld will grab Kira Nerys, I would assume. Her resistance and orb icon make it so that she can get into the Celestial Temple immediately for a card draw, while also being half of the Bajoran resistance you need for Bajoran resistance cells, 2 card draws. So with Shipyards providing 1, Bajoran resistance cell providing 2 more, a 4th one coming from the Temple, and then your actual end of turn draw, that's 5 draws a turn, and that's without anything else I can see here. I don't really have anything else showing up. Looks like Patty was also utilizing the new version of Miles O'Brien, where the village is strong. So yeah, this is pretty much like the use case deck for what Bajoran Raider is good for. I don't really think that there's much more to be said. Petty also chooses to have Stratagema at Bajor to prevent him being battled there. So one would assume that Deep Space Nine is being seated at Bajor as well. I guess in some ways I'm not exactly sure what the mysterious orb is doing in the deck. Yeah. I guess like maybe he's thinking he's gonna just like snag a random like important personnel from an opponent. Yeah, not really sure, but anywho, yeah. It also looks like Thomas Weinberg was using it as well as not as a full gung ho report mechanism, but he is using it here. It looks like looks like his goal is to clone Kira Nerys like a bunch of times. Yeah. I guess I don't know. I mean, he's constructing depot. Let's see here. Bajoran on Dominion. Obviously Bajoran Resistance Cells getting him 2 card draws. Seeding 23 dilemmas. I guess I'll be honest with you, I'm not really quite sure. How the clone machine's coming out here. He has Deep Space Nine, he has Infirmary, and he has Ops. I'm guessing he's Ops downloading it. Place the card draw, you can download to unopposed which card which may play there. You can play the clone machine, and it says that it seeds or plays on. So you can just straight up download the clone machine. You don't have to seed it. So I'm guessing that's his idea, is that like his opening card play, or just whenever it becomes appropriate, he can clone machine. Of course, doing that, let me see here, I'm guessing one of these guys. Because I'm not sure, I'm guessing with like 7 Gants in the deck, and him being, but he's medic, his integrity is 6. It needs to be less than 6 to activate it, so I'm not quite sure offhand here who his targeted medical bio or exo person is to get his clone machine to work quickly. Wayne 6, there it is. He's got a bunch of copies of Wayun 6. There it is. Biology and Integrity of 5. So I'm guessing he kind of anticipates that he's going to hopefully have an opening hand with Wayun 6. Reward from the founders allows a DS9 icon Vorta to report for free. And so, Thomas, you crazy man. So, his reward from the founders is being used in a non-Dominion deck to report Wayun 6's for free, and then if he gets any of his extra Kira Narises, they could also potentially report for free with Bajoran Resistance Cell to the clone machine. And so I'm guessing, yeah. So that is how he's doing it. Those are his 2 free report mechanisms, and then his 3rd free report mechanism is again just the Raider itself. So that's pretty interesting. Playing with 23 Dilemmas, it looks like he just kind of hopes that he can just play a grindy out game. Bajoran Civil War downloads 2 Universal Bajoran Officer Security Resistance personnel. So, if he has that in his opening hand, he can grab. His card play can be to grab a Gant. Or like a Paragants, and then because he has no defend homeworld here, so he's just hoping that he just gets what he needs to get his Bajoran Resistance Cell up and running. But I mean, this doesn't look. This is weird, but it's not bad. Like, it's very unconventional, and I've said this many times before how much I enjoy unconventional, that he's constructing depots with universally cloned Wayun 6s, because they is still a Vorta, and yeah, he's doing it in a Bajoran deck. That is so funny, dude. And of course the construct depot is the one universal mission that you never have to worry about getting stolen, because the opponent doesn't even have a side to it. Oh, Thomas. This is what makes this game fun. I've been playing this game for 30 years, and it's stuff like this that still is what makes it absolutely an absolute blast. It's always fresh because, there's someone in the community, and oftentimes I like it to be me, but there's just always someone who's doing something fun and crazy that they're just, they're keeping their ingenuity dial set to 10, right? That you just innovate and you expand your mind, and you can come up with just absolutely crazy stuff. I'm going to tell you right now, Thomas, I'm going to probably steal this from you and tinker with it myself, because this is just so incredibly hilarious that it would be a shame not to. Because again, Clone Machine is a personal favorite card of mine, and so I might just seed it though, just to make sure. But I mean, we need you here means that you don't lose the card draws, I suppose. So I guess maybe he is definitely doing it like the right way, that you just download it, because you're not going to lose any card draws. I just kind of wonder if there wasn't also another card draw engine that needs to show up in this deck, but yeah, I guess don't know. I mean, there's additional free plays at Quark's Bar, but he doesn't have. Well, there it is. Quark's Bar is on the side. There you go. He uses a draw and a "we need you here" to bring his Quark's Bar into play. um, in order to have his Dabo girls and stuff, and his Quark and his ROMs report for free. Here's the thing, he's got multiple ROMs, but the ROMs don't report for free to Quark's bar because they have to report to the clone machine. So the first one's free. And then after that, you don't get any more. Looks like he's playing with multiple Odos as well. And yeah, it's just holograms, androids, and dual personnel that you can't do. You can clone changelings, apparently. So, very, very interesting. I did this not that long ago. Let's see here. Where is it? Cloning the Finance Bros. That we did something somewhat similar here. We went with reward from the founders for the same thing. We just seeded clone machines directly onto Dominion facilities here in the Gamma Quadrant, and then we've got free play changelings, free play Camp 371s, free play greed, acquisition, karma, and docile personnel, and then the free Vortas from award from the founders. The limitation of this deck was just draw, right? The unfortunate truth is that they're just it was hard to get enough, like, it was hard to get draw going with this deck. So yeah, very interesting though. Here's the thing though, the new Kira can get you a Bajoran Dominion treaty at only the cost of a defend homeworld, and so I might need to just simply revisit that maybe instead of cloning we could maybe get Kira. Oh man, because they report Bajoran resistance is report for free to. Yeah. There might be something there that maybe we don't need to just do the Wayuns, but we could also do like the Dominion Vorta, like the Alpha Quadrant Vorta. Or maybe even do a 2-quadrant thing where we've got like the Great Link and stuff like that. We could have this happening in the Alpha Quadrant or in the Delta Quadrant, and then or Gamma Quadrant, and then have also now the Bajoran Resistance Cell working for us, because Intelligence Operation has a Cardassian icon. Our one Dominion icon is here, so that's Bajoran on Dominion. We can easily change out the Save Stranded crew for something else. Tuliberry Talks is Dominion icon, so that would get us another Dominion icon. So, yeah, I feel like I may need to revisit this Cryhanok and clone the Finance Bros of War and maybe turn it into maybe something else. That we could maybe just like rip a clone machine out for the we rip a clone machine out, and then we can put in Bajoran Resistance Cell. We can change the personnel in the deck to include Bajoran Resistance personnel. Save Stranded crew would become Bajor, and that gives us another. That provides us with another like Cardassian icon mission that we can espionage. So there might be something here. I mean, we put temporal conduit in the deck because we needed to get what's his name? Not science advisor Borath. Borath. It's like Borath. Yeah, founder Borath. Yeah, the AU dude. Yeah. So, and then like we can still do like obsession and stuff, and we can still like shoot. We can still shoot something, you know. I'm wondering if maybe we would switch to. We could switch to the regular battle bridge. Because again, this deck, when I designed it and put it out, let's see here, I put it out December 7th, 2024. Obsession got its nerf. Yeah. They changed it to bonus points limited to double range. Now it excludes the ones that already have point boxes. So the entire strategy of the deck, and it's like 2 mission win or whatever, is no longer valid. So this would be a deck that we would want to revisit anyway for funsies. So I'm going to put that as maybe what you're going to see from us. So anywho, yeah. I'm going to try to, I mean, if you guys like this, if you like me doing this, just randomly having the game just, having the website just give me a random card, and then we just kind of go down the rabbit hole together and thinking about stuff. If you like this video, please comment below, and I will do more of this. But getting back on topic though, yeah, the Bajoran Raider, it's a good card. It clearly has a couple of different deck types it can go into. I'm sure there's more. Yeah, it looks like James did something with it here. It looks like he put it into here by invitation deck that was like, we're going to seed 27 dilemmas. So, I mean, that's cool. Just to like, let's just grind it out, 27 dilemmas. Johnny Holova with their Modern 24 tournaments that they do. You know, he has just 6 seed cards. So, he did it in something similar to Patty, where he's just like, okay, here's a card draw, here's a card draw, here's 2 card draws, and then our reporting mechanism is Chamber of Ministers, and then that, and then we get a free play with new arrivals, you know, so either the new arrivals free play or the Chamber free play, and then the ships, those are not free plays. You just have to report them with crew, so that's clever. Joe, he built this deck back in October, so a little more than a year ago, and it's looking like it's more of a straight up here by invitation deck. He only put 2 Bajoran Raiders in it, so it's not really the focus of the deck. So, but again, it's like it's a quick little reporting mechanism that you can do. Yeah, and it looks like there's a bunch of others here in the last couple years as well, so feel free to take a look at those. I rate the card, you know, on my 5-star scale, I give it 3.5 stars because it is a card that is fun. It's been in the game for a long time. It's just that it was just, you know, and I remember back in the day that people did use it, that like it was a card that people did use right away because of its ability to report with crew. you know, and it was being used with the Jordan Resistance Cell, you know, basically since the Jordan Resistance Cell came out in Holodeck Adventures. So, you know, the card's been around a long time and has definitely had people using it over the many years. I mean, just look at this. Like, just with this is the OTF era. It's been used since basically the beginning of our OTF. So, yeah. Cool. It's fun. I found this to be fun. Just kind of examining a card at random, and thinking about it and going down the rabbit hole of what people are putting it into, which then leads to other random things. So that kind of like consciousness of thought, that stream of consciousness to come up with ideas. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. And very appropriately for this video, may the profits be with you.